We're going to check out two higher-end vacuum cleaner for commercial by Numatic. We got the black PPR170 HEPA and the red PPR240. Two very different vacuum cleaners, but they kind of like cousin, trace back having the same grandfather. Welcome back to the channel, I'm Andy. These vacuum cleaners, they are very different although they share the same technical similarities. Both being the same look and small sizes, they are very different packages. One, the PPR170 HEPA, is completely out and out finest vacuum cleaner for its price. Everything about this vacuum cleaner is designed to do something finer. Not to say that the PPR240 is not designed for anything, whereas the PPR240 is designed to just work as a vacuum cleaner should. I'm not bashing it. I have used that for a good 2 years plus in my house. Now, these two vacuum cleaners, I think is quite interesting offering or quite interesting comparison. I'm just gonna name them 170 and 240 in the rest of the video because they do stand back to the original Henry, which we don't carry yet. That DNA, although it's quite obviously present in these two vacuum cleaners, it has been interpreted quite differently. It's not a down point. I actually think this is a very clever point to further separate this product and make them, although they are very technical similar vacuum cleaner, they are offering very different package. Let's start with the PPR240. Size of the drum is 9 liter, the diameter is 12 inch. It is 9 kilo in weight, comes with virgin plastic drum with the signature smiley face just like the Henry, and the rest of the dimensions are on the screen now if you need that for storage purpose. The motor inside is 620 watts made by Numatic. This is a low wattage motor that can produce 2003 H2O suction power. The vacuum cleaner is retailed for $1,350. Although they share a lot of similarities, but the material being used and the features are very different. The 170 drum is made from Numatic's new refill product, the green, sustainable, recycle product that has the same quality as the virgin plastic like 240, if not better. The drum is 11 inches wide with a capacity of 7.2 liter, and the rest of the dimensions are on the screen now, makes it more easier to store and move, and the cable is bright yellow instead of black standard cable in the 240. The vacuum motor inside the 170 is also 620 watts low wattage motor, also made by Numatic, that creates the same suction as 2003 H2O, and is the first one tested to run on 1600 hours non-stop. This retails for 1550 ringgit Malaysia. Both vacuums are just absolutely insane value, which I will explain why in a bit. Now, for me, the biggest difference between the two are, one, the size. You may think 7.2 liter and 9 liter, there are not a lot of difference, right? But the reality is, I feel a lot more difference while in use, although on paper it's just not as appealing. One has been completely designed to be the utility vacuum cleaner. There are things that here which I think are not good looking, but they serve a real purpose. For example, the docking system at the back, not good looking when empty, but serve real purpose. For 170, however, has the same docking system, but it just feels more compact and utilize the full real estate based on the size it has. Another point kind of pushes the 170 look better is the housing. Small squarish is kind of hit home that this is something to look good instead of something to be good. Does that make sense? Based on the test, the 170 clocked a slight decrease in suction compared to 2003 H2O stated in the catalog. I think mainly due to the HEPA filter that created the slight decrease, whereas the 240, the suction clock as per what catalog mentioned. The noise, now because of the HEPA is placed after the motor, I think that contributed to a better noise insulation. So the 170 sound just a hair quieter than the 240. The number here doesn't do the justice, but if I compare them side to side, it's obvious. Let's talk about the look of these two vacuum cleaners. Obviously, no one going to bring this out to show off to their friends or family, but both of these vacuum cleaners are completely capable to take on any commercial cleaning, hotel room cleaning, which they are intended to use as for that purpose, and more than enough to handle any home or household use. Let's cut to the chase and talk about them as a tool, a cleaning tool. The 170 has a lot more classier look about it. It is designed to be a classier design, kind of embrace the heritage design of a vacuum cleaner looks. The footprint is smaller, the cable is yellow and visible. Again, push the vacuum cleaner to be more capable than its bigger brother, the 240. The drum on the 170 is like a deep charcoal gray. You can see it as black if in dark environment or very dark gray when it's in bright environment. There's something about the 170, sophisticated like the 170. It looks fine, kind of let me feel it is designed to do business. It is designed to do something it says to do. There is something cool about that. For example, how punchy, how bold the drum and the text on the vacuum head looks like. We have the white text and the big HEPA you will never miss. The drum on the 240 is the signature Henry red, signature smiley face. The cable running the same black cable, of course, with the larger footprint. There is something about the beast light for the 240. It's designed to do business. It feels like it can take on the most demanding tasks. I like how red it looks, but annoyingly, I don't actually like the weight on it despite they are only 700 grams apart between the 170 and 240. The 240 actually has a bit of weight of it, but not as much as it would be in of those steel vacuum cleaners. Looks wise, I think it looked very cool on the all black dark color on the 170 reflow. Versatility between the vacuum cleaners, I think the 170 is far more versatile than the 240. The 240 is a chunk of a vacuum. You might struggle a little bit if you are just use it within a small house or small office space. The 170 you can use it to clean absolutely anywhere. But that being said, I figure out for myself whenever I buy something, I often look for how versatile they are. One of the reasons I have the 170 in my house, well, I had the 240 for a good 2 years before the 170 is here, is because how versatile they are. Same goes for one of the reasons I only use microfiber towel because they are versatile. Not all vacuum cleaner has to be versatile. Some vacuum cleaner can be specialized in something, and that's why the 170 really just shines. It's specialized being the finest filtration with all the clean room certification. It's specialized being the nimble and packed with all the full specs. Okay, the heat characteristic of this 170. It doesn't get overheat, doesn't get loud. It is so strange to me that system like this can have performance of this caliber and maintain the noise level, energy consumption, and heat output that 170 does. It is compact and neat. Usually like the 240, which has better footprint and space, I would think it has better room for the heat to dissipate internally, but the 170, how they do that with the limited space inside is just impressive. And it is so hard to stress and emphasize in video like this. Some people just don't care if their vacuum cleaners put up 100 decibel or pull 1800 watts. They just don't care. And if you're watching this, you should. And when I look at this, no one else has done this across their product lineup, at least when we are filming this, not yet. And literally no one else has even come close to this kind of performance and have it scale so well and maintain the energy profile or consumption that this 170 does. It is very impressive. If you could afford a specialized vacuum cleaner, this would be an incredible specialized vacuum cleaner. It is flexible enough, the vacuum cleaner can do things and handle things, and I think it's quite fun to use. I drive an all-wheel drive. I think something fun about a car that can do stuff. It doesn't have to just drive on the road. It can go off-road or handle some small flood with ease. And that's what the 170 feel like. It feels like a very nimble all-wheel drive. What I don't like about these two vacuum cleaners are the replacement bag. There's no indication when I should change the bag. Usually I just do a physical check once every 2 weeks, although I don't know how they can put an indication point for us to change the bag. And the box that just comes with it just doesn't feel like a 1500 vacuum cleaner on the packaging. But we're just going to unbox it once and never see the box again. I guess if you're in the market for the top-notch quality, well, the 170 is a refill material. You get my idea. If you are thinking about one of these vacuum cleaners, one of them is a bit easy to use, less friction to use than the other, and this 170 is slightly more expensive than the 240. But rightly so, I think the price difference is actually 300 ringgit, more or less about that, and I think it's completely worth it. There are so much features going on here, so much more functionality. You got the H13 certified HEPA filter. You have this amazing bright yellow cable. I believe the 240 might follow suit down the road. And the fact that this is smaller, lighter, I think is just awesome. And it has all the things it has in the 240 as well. The 170 is more fun and versatile. The 240 is more sensible. I think that's how it works. And that comes down to you. If the price is something, a strong factor for you to say, that is better because it is cheaper. It doesn't matter which one you're going to get, you are going to end up with a great vacuum cleaner. That's just end of it. I think it simply comes down to what is important for you. I think like the filtration system. and the size that is within this vacuum cleaner, that wouldn't be a real purpose for buying one over the other. I will focus on the durability that can just last, so that I don't have to deal with going to a service center and running ups and down just to hunt a spare part down. Anyway, draw a comment below and let me know what you think about these two vacuum cleaners, or question if you have any. We have stopped carrying PPR240 and we have replaced that with PSP240, which I have reviewed. I'll link it up or down below if you are interested. If you're interested to pick up the PPR170 HEPA, jump over to our website. I'll link it up down below. Catch you in the next one. Take care.